Hey everybody, I'm Mike320 and welcome to the second semi-final match between Juventus and the Tottenham Hotspurs. Two-game aggregate, of course, just like all of the other semi-final match that we've seen last time between PSG and Dortmund. And we saw PSG come out on top last time on an aggregate 2-0. And so will it be the Italians or the Englishmen who will join the French in the final of the Mike320 Cup? It promises to be an all-out attack for both sides. A lot of fantastic players, and of course, who could forget Ronaldo for Juventus? As both sides and the referees exchange greetings and handshakes, we'll instead look at the lineups. Of course, Juventus top form throughout this entire competition, and they have had a fantastic job here. Between Ronaldo on attack and Szczesny in goal, it's difficult to see how they could lose. Of course, the Spurs looking to play upset here. They've outplayed themselves for sure. They actually beat Man City last time. Yoris in goal, and of course, Lamela there. It's promising to be a fantastic matchup here. Juventus will start with the ball. And we'll see if the other semi-final between PSG and Dortmund will have the first match end in a 0-0 draw. Juventus passing around a little bit here with Tuidi. Down to Khedira. Now it's Cuadrado. Cuadrado out to Dybala. And he is dispossessed, and Davies bangs this one into the opposing third. Now the Spurs looking to make their advance. Dele. Lamela. Nice little cross there. Lucas. Oh, and it's 1-0 to the Spurs. It's Lucas. What a shot from the middle of the box. And get the upset ready because we have the Spurs up 1-0. And the fans here are going crazy. It's a small section for the Spurs, but they sure are loud. Szczesny had no chance there, as Lucas Moura actually is just playing out of his mind in this tournament so far. And I believe it will be Lamela on the assist. And so Juventus find themselves down 1-0 early. Of course, this is a best of two, remember. So aggregate does count. So every goal critical. Good challenge by Winks. Now the Spurs once again making their advance up the field. Lamela. And it looks like they'll give him a foul perhaps. Well, regardless of what it is, it still looks like it'll be the Spurs' ball. And indeed, it looks like they're just going to give him a free kick instead of a throw-in. Lo Celso will give this one a kick. We'll see if he goes for the box. Indeed, he does. Not a bad kick. Winks. Good interception by Khedira. Alexandro. Khedira. We've seen a lot of back and forth passing, and aside from the one goal by Lucas Moura, it's been fairly even possession-wise. Alexandro, big booming cross, way too much power on it. And Davies give this one a wild swing and a miss there. A little funny looking there, but nevertheless, Spurs will still have the ball. Well, Chelsea working his way through traffic, somehow still has it over the top. Too much on it maybe. No, Lamela is going to have to work in. Alexandro will give the Spurs a corner. Looks like Lo Celso will have the corner here. Backside of the box, not really threatening so far, and Juventes will have it going the other way. Dybala way ahead, and he's blown by everybody. Dybala up the wing. It's not an odd man rush here, but Alderweireld just got enough of the head on it to get it off. Bergwijn and Cuadrado takes advantage now. Juventes, Davies making up for that silly mistake there. Gives Cuadrado a little bit of a difficult time, and once again the Spurs will have it. Bergwijn, and it looks like he'll draw the foul. Or rather, it's Bergwijn who fouls Cuadrado, and Ronaldo, ever popular, fantastic footballer, will take the free kick. And I don't know what in the hell he was thinking there. That's just puzzling. A person of his stature and experience, and I'm not sure what he was thinking with that kick. Nevertheless, Joris will give this one the boot. Someone comes up, but indeed he will just kick this one deep. And Juventes will have it. Still in a dangerous position here. Alderweireld now Winks and Lo Celso. And the Spurs are going the other way. A little bit of a miscommunication there, I think. As Pjanic, there's a little bit of a weaker pass there, not ideal. Little chip shot here, and Szczesny will just come out and scoop it up. Cuadrado. Winks, good challenge there, and a little bit of maybe of a panic pass there. But nevertheless, he makes up for it this time. Great pass there. Spurs attacking. Lo Celso opts to pass it down to Bergwijn, and Bergwijn getting around somebody, a little dangerous, looking for the cross, and it's just way too hard. He had the right thought, but poorly executed. And it's essentially a free pass for Juventes. Szczesny gives this one the boot. And Juventes will maintain possession. Cuadrado, a bit of a misstep there, but Khedira still sticks with it. And Davies has been playing a fantastic defense game so far. Spurs back on attack. Lucas Moura up to Lamela. Down to Lucas Moura again. And a little bit of miscommunication there. As the ref signaled 3 minutes of additional time. Here's Lucas Moura. Lo Celso just wide of the post. Powerful strike, but he might have gone for power rather than accuracy. He could have taken a couple of extra touches perhaps and taken a shot inside of the box. Instead, it's looking ever likely we'll head into the half sooner rather than later, and indeed that will do it. And surprisingly enough, we see the Spurs out 1-0 courtesy of Lucas Moura. 1 for 1, and we'll see if he can make it 2 for 2 or even more, as Juventus go into the locker room trying to come up with some sort of strategy. And of course, with this being a best of 2, we'll have this episode being a rather interesting one. We'll see who comes out on top. Taking a look at the stats for once, it's been fairly even. The Spurs, ironically, have just not had as much possession, and we'll see if that comes into play in this second half. Of course, the team with the higher possession doesn't necessarily always have to be winning, of course, mind you. But the Spurs have put on quite a fight, as we see Aurier has come on. Lamela, oh, almost a fantastic little chip kick by Lamela, but it doesn't amount to much. Tuidi up to Khedira. Bergwijn with another great tackle. He and Davies have been doing a fantastic job. All the Spurs have to do is just keep Juventus off the board, and they'll have a major advantage going into the next game. Of course, easier said than done, especially when you're dealing with company like Ronaldo. Alderweireld will just kick this one out. And we'll see a substitution here for Juventus as Aaron Ramsey comes on for Khedira. Winks is also off, and Ndombele will come on. Cross there, but Yoris is there. Much like a American footballer, just catching the pass there. And an interesting attempt by Higuain. And a very deep pass that is easily picked off. Bonucci also on for Juventus, as we see there. And it's just see if it's just a matter of time. Juventus have been thoroughly frustrated every single attacking opportunity they've had. They just haven't been able to convert, much less get many quality shots on goal off. And credit large part this Spurs team that has fought valiantly to the end. You see Juventus maybe a little bit something working. Quadrado trying to get around the man. Instead he'll elect to pass this to Pjanic. Back to Quadrado. Pjanic looking like he might have shot or passed it, but he'll get this one down to Matuidi. Alexandro, Ronaldo, and it looks like Aurier just got ahead on it. Another substitution coming up here for Juventus. Dybala comes off, and Bernardeschi will come on. Let's see if the Spurs made any substitutions. Don't think they have. Alderweireld. Now Ronaldo, a little bit of a cheap pass there, and Lamela will just kick this one out. Well, the Juventus fans are getting kind of angsty. You know, you would have expected them to score at least one by now, but instead of them scoring the one, it's been the Spurs. And this has been all about the Spurs so far in this one. Pjanic with the cross. Quality. And Matuidi Maybe a little hasty there with that decision, but it is a shot, and they haven't taken a lot of them so far. Joris hasn't been challenged nearly as much as I think many of you thought he would, as myself did. Just over 70 minutes here. And Joris sends this one into the opposing half. Aaron Ramsey. Higuain. And Davies gets there just in the nick of time. Though a poor pass there. And it's really been a story of poor passes by both teams that have led to turnovers. Case in point, Aurier right to Alexandro. An interesting kick here. Scary sight for Joris there. Nonetheless, Lo Celso will have the ball for the Spurs. And now Aurier taking it up the field. And we'll see if anything comes of this here. Maybe, perhaps, Bernardeschi leaving it. Ramsey, and Ramsey has tied it up in the 80th minute. And Juventus have their equalizer in this first game. I mean, it is just a perfect rush here. And Bernardeschi straight to Aaron Ramsey. And just a thunderous kick off the right leg. It was a fantastic effort. And Ramsey has his side pumped up for sure. And just like that, we are back at a 1-1 tie. See another substitution here for Juventus. After all the excitement, now maybe trying to focus a little bit defensively. As we'll see Bentaker come on for Matuidi. Dele for the Spurs. And now Cuadrado will get this one to Pjanic, who legs this one. Cuadrado still with it. Bernardeschi. And it's out on him. And the Spurs will have it. Another substitution coming in though. For the Spurs, Giovanni Lo Celso will come out for Eric Dyer. Just past the 86th minute here. Could end in a 1-1 draw. See if the Spurs have anything to say about that here. Lucas Moura. Bergwijn. Now Juventus with Cuadrado. Aaron Ramsey. Ronaldo. To Cuadrado. Back to Ronaldo. Cuadrado. Has a nice little ring to it. Although here's Bernardeschi and Aaron Ramsey. Oh my goodness, Aaron Ramsey. He cannot be stopped. What a hero, and in the 92nd minute. And they're going crazy here. I mean, Aaron Ramsey just cannot be stopped today. Joris gives it up, and it's a critical goal. As time nearly expires, it'll almost certainly give Juventus a 1-goal advantage in the second leg. I mean, Aaron Ramsey has just absolutely carried this team today, scoring rise. I mean, a fantastic effort. And so the Spurs, in all likelihood, will enter the next leg down by 1 with some catch-up to do. Thanks to the right foot of Aaron Ramsey, Juventus are primed to head into the finale. Pending a good result next time out, they can tie it and they'd still move on. They can win it and they'd move on. And that man right there, Aaron Ramsey, might have just given Juventus the ticket to the finale. But of course, it's far from over. Can the Spurs come back from this 1-goal deficit? Stay tuned to find out. I've been Mike320. Thank you so much for watching, and tune in next time for some more Mike320 Cup action.